Dear brothers and sisters, there are many things that nature can teach us when we only want to observe and reflect upon it. And there are many proverbs that make reference to the nature. For instance, make hay while the sun shines. Still waters run deep. Time and tide wait for no man. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished, and many others. But we don't have to look far and wide into nature to notice things that are important to make a good life, from learning the wisdom of life. When we look at human body, for instance, which is right here, for each and every one of us, we do not realize how many things our own body can teach us. A human body is a wonderful teacher of nature. The more we learn about it, the greater the appreciation we have for our human body. And every part of human body has to teach us something about. For example, our hands, besides being very useful, can be subject of reflection and meditation. The fingers of the hand are of different length, but they are all joined together at the palm, and they complement each other, and they all serve their own purpose. So we may say there is unity in diversity. Hands also speak a language of their own, and it is called sign language. Hands can be creative, as they can cook, sew, write, even play musical instruments. But hands can also be aggressive and make vulgar signs, slap, punch, to hurt others. A sign of possessiveness is when fingers of the hands curl inwards into a palm and are clenched into a fist. And they can make a sign of possessiveness when the fingers of the hand are clenched into a fist. And it also may mean that we will resort to violence to protect our possessions. And what are those possessions that we want so much to protect? If we think that it's about money, about earthly possessions, we couldn't be more wrong. When Jesus speaks about possessions today, he speaks about something that goes well beyond any earthly possessions. He speaks about our own selves, which we hold in the greatest esteem. And our own selves are our most precious possessions. And so Jesus speaks about giving up our own selves. Because it's about giving up all that we hold the most to. That is about our freedoms. It is about our choices. It is about our likes and dislikes. What we think is right, what we think is wrong, etc. Yes, it is our own selves that are most difficult to give up, because it's about our freedom and about our own beliefs. And so we hold on tightly to ourselves, like fists are clenched tightly. But when we clench our fingers tightly into our palms, then it will become painful and we'll be only hurting ourselves. The more we hold on to that, the more pain we will suffer. And Jesus is asking us not to hurt ourselves and to let go and to open our hands. Because when we open our hands and let go, then God can do something with our hands. He will put His blessings into our hands so that we can see the wisdom of life with open hands. With open hands, we can also feel and touch. With open hands, we can let go of ourselves so we can reach out to God and reach out to others as well. That is what loving God and loving neighbor is all about. And with open hands, we can take up the cross of Jesus and follow him. The cross is illogical and foolish for those with clenched fists, as they won't take it up. They just cannot. Their hands are preoccupied with something else. But when we open our hands and take up the cross of Jesus, with that comes great power and wisdom. That is God's gift to us. As the first reading tells us, it is by the power and wisdom of God that the paths of those on earth are straightened, and men are taught what pleases God and be saved. And there is one more thing about hands. There are gaps between our fingers, and they are there for good reason. It's because Jesus wants to fill those gaps with his own fingers by holding our hands tightly as we carry the cross, his cross and our own crosses. And when we have learned about the power of the cross, then we will let go and instead hold on tightly to the cross and to the hands of Jesus and go together into the life with wisdom and love. Amen. Brothers and